Yes, ladies and gentlemen, episode 97 of Pokemon Horizon is titled The Mischievous Stunfisk's Lovely Smile just dropped, and this is a solo Dot episode where she heads to Levincia to deal with more Laquium issues. What happens? Let's talk about it. Remember last episode, Dot was supposed to be heading to Cortando, but now she's at Levincia. Why? Well, at the end of last episode, Iono called her. So, Dot arrives in Levincia in Iono's studio. She's dropping by there before heading to Cortando, and that's because Iono has seen her videos calling for strange Pokemon phenomenons happening, and she wanted to show her that something like this is happening in Levincia. Iono shows Dot the footage, and we get to see what it is. A super fast Stunfisk zipping around town, shocking Pokemon around the city. Dot also notices some pink Laquium clouds when the Pokemon are being hit. But Stunfisks aren't native to Levincia, so this has to be a trainer. Dot decides to solo investigate since Iono has to do her live stream. In the city, as she's investigating, she thinks that the Stunfisk might be hiding in puddles, and hearing this, Tinkatuff goes flying at a puddle with his hammer. Quaxwell stops it, only for Tinkatuff's instinct to be right, as Quaxwell gets shocked in the mud by Stunfisk. And on top of that, there was a Rotom phone on top taking a picture of it. So Dot and her Pokemon chase Stunfisk and the Rotom phone around a corner, and they end up cornering the guy who's causing the mischief. This is a massive Stunfisk fan who loves Stunfisk and is also going around shocking people, taking their picture, and plans on releasing a massive collage to have it go viral and gain Iono's attention, meaning he, just like the Incineroar girl from a couple episodes ago, is a super fan of a streamer. We then learn that he's using Exceed Strong Spheres to make his Stunfisk be able to move extremely fast and sneak attack people's Pokemon. Dot sees this as going too far. The trainer, however, recognizes Dot from her battle against Iono the previous year, so he says he's going to beat her and definitely get Iono's attention. The battle we get here is to show two things: how much Dot has grown as a trainer and the effects of the Laquium Sphere on Pokemon. Dot immediately shows how much smarter and stronger her Pokemon have become by having her Quaxwell clear out the Mud Slap from Stunfisk by using Aqua Cutter and then using Aqua Cutter on Stunfisk to get massive damage on it. That forces the trainer to immediately use the Strong Sphere, which changes the entire complexion of Stunfisk as well as the battle. The Stunfisk isn't smiling anymore and it looks angry. A major part of why the trainer likes Stunfisk is that he likes his goofy smile, and its moves are super overpowering, even overpowering Quaxwell's. This leads to Quaxwell being KO'd after a combination of Electro Web and getting shocked. That's when Dot brings out her Tinkatuff. Tinkatuff also gets hit with Electro Web and shocked by Stunfisk, however, it gets back up, and this is where we get to see how much stronger Dot and Tinkatuff have become. Dot has Tinkatuff use Brutal Swing to protect itself from Electro Web before Tinkatuff learns Metal Claw and breaks through the Electro Web. It's able to use that combo to massively damage Stunfisk before Dot terrestrializes Tinkatuff into a Steel type. It then proceeds to use a giant Metal Claw, sending back Stunfisk. Despite taking massive damage though, the Stunfisk still wants to fight, and at this point, it stops listening to its trainer and tries to continue to use Thundershock on Tinkatuff. That's where we see the effects of the Laquium Sphere. It just stops listening to its trainer. Eventually, Tinkatuff is able to block all the electric attacks, and one more massive Metal Claw from Tinkatuff is able to KO Stunfisk. Iono then calls Dot on her phone to congratulate her on the win because she was watching from a camera. She also talks to the Stunfisk fan, who is a streamer as well. He says he's gonna quit trying to prank people, but she tells him not to give up on being a streamer, and instead encourages him to try to get a surprise photo of her. However, she tells him not to cheat, meaning using the Strong Sphere. He says he wasn't gonna use it anyway because Stunfisk doesn't smile when he uses it. I don't know how he just noticed that, because he'd been using it for a while, but regardless, the kid throws the Strong Sphere away and breaks it and goes on his merry way. The next day, Dot tells Liko and Roy what happened the day before. Liko and Roy respond saying that they can't wait to see her in Cortando, and Dot realizes that she is going to be late. That is until, once again, Iono arrives. She brings out the Squawkabilly taxi over, and that allows Dot to head over to Cortando. As she arrives there, that is the end of the episode. A fun episode to bring Dot into the fray after she's been sidelined so far in this series. It's good to see that she's gotten a lot stronger, although it is weird that her Pokemon are just learning new moves now. It feels like Roy was the only one who really focused on training in the 1-year time skip. The rest just kind of moved on and are barely now returning. I know that's probably not the case, but that's what it feels like, at least with the Pokemon. I am glad to see Tinkatuff get love though. It felt like the first half of Horizons, as a Tinkatank it barely did anything, and then even after it evolved, it was already the end of the series, so it didn't really get involved in much. But now, the first battle we see with Dot is with Tinkatuff. I hope we can continue seeing that, because it has become one of my favorite middle evolution Pokemon Pokemon designs ever. I also love the sister-brother dynamic it has with Quaxwell. It's pretty wholesome. It's actually similar to the sister-sister relationship that Dot has with Iono, which is also a nice parallel. Overall, this is a fun episode. It's a good way to bring Dot back into the fold as we see how much stronger she's become, and it'll be a welcome sight to see her back with the squad. I am interested to see the dynamic that she's gonna share with Uruto, as he's the new wild card for the group. I can't wait to see our heroes reunite next episode after a full year away from each other. The gang is back. But what about you guys? What did you guys think about this episode? Let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe for more reviews, and that's it. Have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.